start off with is what's called a dump mold. And what we're going to do is we're going to pour some brass powder into the mix. And how you do that is you take a little bit, you dump it into the mold, and basically start working it around the mold, making sure it coats everything. Once you have all the corners with the powder, you dump the excess powder back into the jar, and you're left with that very light coating of powder on the surface of the mold. Next thing you do is get some smooth cast 325. This is sold through Smooth On. And what we're going to do is we're going to pour equal amounts into these cups. There's a part A and a part B. I just poured part B. This is part A. I like doing things backwards. Make sure they're equal amounts. We are going to take brass powder, and we're going to put a little bit into this cup. They say to use equal parts, so I haven't found that to be necessary. But you pour it into part B. And start mixing it into part B. Because this is a brass powder, it actually sinks to the bottom if you don't keep mixing it, so you got to keep mixing it. Otherwise it falls to the bottom. You pour part A into it and keep mixing. Make sure you get the size of the cup. Then you pour just a little bit into the mold, and you're going to swish it around, making sure you get all the corners, making sure you cover the whole surface. Pour a good part of it. Mix some more. And very slowly pour it into the mold. Now I've taken the liberty of casting one up ahead of time so you can see what it looks like when it comes out of the mold. It's pretty dull, not very shiny. So the trick to get it all shiny is to grab yourself some steel wool, preferably some fine steel wool, and you go ahead and you basically just start hitting the surface of it with the steel wool. And basically what you're doing there is you're polishing up the brass that's on the surface. Make sure you get all the edges. These badges don't really need any cleaning. They come out of the mold fairly clean, so there's really not much in the way of imperfection, so you shouldn't need to sand it. All you really need to do is just hit it with the steel wool, and that should be enough. If you want a little more shine to it, you can hit it with some metal polish, but then it makes it a little too shiny. I don't remember the badges in the movie being incredibly shiny. They were somewhat dull, kind of like that. But when I'm done with that, I'll hit it with a paper towel. Get the that's what you're left with. A nice shiny badge. And these are all included with the Judge Dredd helmet kits, so you don't need to paint it. Just polish it and you're done. Alright, thanks for watching.